Just like that, we go from camping on the beach to into the biggest city we've been in months. We're in Montevideo, Uruguay, and it's time for Bureaucracy. So we're looking to go get ourselves one of these.
Our first errand, I think of many.
I think of many.
Let's leave everything and go traveling. See what tomorrow brings. It's only a choice away. Let's back up and leave today. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
Hello. We haven't talked to you for a while.
It was just moments ago in YouTube time.
Yeah. But in real time, it's been probably a week or week and a half since we've really filmed much. We kind of just enjoyed our last sort of remote camp and filmed some videos, other videos. And then we just got out of an Airbnb where we were doing a lot of work and a little bit of relaxing. And now we are leaving Rosario, and we're heading for the border of Uruguay, where we will be shipping our truck to Texas pretty soon. Goose will soon be on a boat. So
it's surreal.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling to be, well, first of all, parting ways from Goose for probably about a month, because it's going to take him a while to get there.
It takes like 28 days to get from Montevideo, Uruguay to Texas, Houston. So we're going to be backpackers for a while.
Yeah.
So we have to pay for places to stay, which is weird for us. So, I mean, we do it like we just left an Airbnb to work on videos for a few days, but it's still weird in a general sense.
Then you have a month of like needing to have a place to stay. It gets expensive quickly.
Yeah. So I think it's more just one of those things. We've been feeling the end of the trip winding down, and so we haven't been online as much. We have filmed a lot of stuff and some reviews that I'm sure were posted long before we get to this video in the lineup. But we've tried to soak it in every bit we can. You know, stay extra nights when the campsite's nice, and barbecue. And just soak in every little bit of this trip before it ends. I mean, it's sort of weird because the trip's not really ending for us. We're not going back to a house. We're not going back to office jobs. We're going home to work so we can continue traveling. And we're going to live in Goose. And we're going to sell off all the other stuff we have that's at home, sort of tying us down.
Yeah. And
then we're going to head somewhere new. But it's still the end of this, like, leg of the trip. You know, like, it's the South American portion, and Central America is basically done. And that's sort of sad.
Pause. There's a viaje.
Yeah. Gotta pay. Gracias.
Alright, and we're back. So yeah, we've just been kind of soaking in this place before we move on to the next place, and it's hard to be in the moment, I think, because we have to plan for what's going to happen in the future, and so it's been more challenging, I think, because you know this is about to end, to actually be here. So we've tried to consciously actually be here more.
Yeah, I mean, it's something we're getting better at from this trip. Like, we've learned a lot of little things, and I think one of the things I'm trying to focus on, and both of us are, that I really suck at personally, is being here in the now. It's so easy, so much easier anyways, to always look to the new trip, the next trip, the new trip, the next adventure, the next
it'll be
vehicle.
so much better when this happens, or we do that, or whatever, and in reality it's good now, so enjoy it.
Yeah. So, but I guess the good news is we're not stopping. That was a big decision for us because, you know, it was a year trip, then it was a 2-year trip, and then it's, look, let's put everything we have into this, put everything we have into the videos. Kelsey's already spending, you know, several days a week nonstop editing. We're putting in a lot of work, but let's go full tilt, you know, and really do this, you know. And so we don't know where we're going next, but we're going to make a go of it. So I don't know how long, but hopefully forever. But we're going for it for the foreseeable future. So we're going to go home and work our tails off, sell everything that we can sell, and then pick a new place and a new adventure and continue filming it. And so that's the good news.
Yes,
it's terrifying news, but it's not really, actually. It feels like the right decision in every way.
It feels exciting.
Yeah, it's terrifying only in the sense that you go, wow, when I go home, there's a lot we got to do. We need to work, but we need to get the other vehicles ready to sell. We need to dig into a storage unit that takes, it'll take us a few days just to
Yeah.
get stuff out of it and
Yeah.
sort through it all, take photos.
And
try
all of that's
sell
more
it.
complicated when you don't have a house or a place that
Yeah.
you're actually like stationary for quite a while.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out. Today,
Yeah.
our goal is to get insurance because to enter Uruguay you need insurance for that.
Yeah,
So-
we have Argentina insurance, but we don't have Uruguay. So.
Yes. So we need to get that today, then hopefully cross the border, find somewhere to camp, and then we need to be in Montevideo to
Monday.
have an inspection on Monday, right?
No, we need to meet the guy who's sort of our agent. He's not technically a shipping agent, but he's got a really good reputation
out.
on iOverlander,
Yeah.
so he's just a local guy who knows the process. A lot of people have used him. He's much, much cheaper than a real official agent that walks with you and does it all. Our agent, when we went from Panama to
She was terrible.
Colombia, she didn't do anything anyway. She lives in Chile, and so she wasn't available by phone, etc. So we found ourselves wondering what we paid for.
Yeah.
So we're using this guy. We need to meet him at his office on Monday and just make sure we have all the paperwork filled out correctly. And our boat should leave on the 10th, roughly. And then on the 10th, we'll probably leave, or somewhere around there, we'll probably leave Montevideo and head for
Yeah.
Buenos Aires, because
Yeah.
that's where we're going to
We
fly
can
out.
take a ferry over to Buenos and
Well, that'll be cool, because
Yeah.
we love that town, so we'll get to keep
Yeah.
exploring it.
good food.
Yeah, and we'll get about a week in Montevideo and surrounding Uruguay. Not enough time to see the whole country, but we hope we get to check out as much as we can.
Yeah. So we'll talk to you in a little bit. We made it into Uruguay. Officially out of Argentina. That was the last border crossing of this trip.
God, it feels so like exciting, sad. It's still nerve-wracking. That was like the most first world, no worries kind of border crossing.
Totally.
And yet I still get nervous. My heart rate kicks up. All these police around you. You feel like you must be guilty of something. And but that was probably one of the easiest border crossings of the entire trip.
Yeah, everyone was relatively
Super-
nice.
Yeah, and like professional and everything, of
Yeah.
course. But it's just weird that we've done like 20 border crossings or something, and here we are. Like that was the last one. Besides checking into the U.S. when we try and get Goose out of a container.
Hopefully that goes well.
Yeah, but it's kind of sad.
It is sad. It's a weird feeling.
So border crossings will have these little pink slips, or not always
Some of
pink,
them.
sometimes green, but basically they show certain stamps. So if you get to this point, you don't have a certain stamp, they go, you didn't check in with the military or the police or the aduana or the whomever. So you have to hand this off when you... Hola. Buenas. Gracias. Look at all that pavement. It's just like Argentina. Alright, so we have no money here yet. So that's one thing we gotta fix. But other than that, welcome to Uruguay.
The next day.
Good morning from Uruguay, or Uruguay. I know I'll mispronounce it many, many more times, but it's pretty nice. Look at this. Beautiful beach.
and Goose. It's just we're not really on the ocean quite. It's more of like a canal, or not a canal, a river. Let's call it that. And then today we're gonna go out this river and cruise along the beach and be looking out at the ocean on our way to Montevideo. But so far, Uruguay is nice. It's tough because you can't feel or sense any real difference between here and Argentina yet. All the toll booths say, you know, Uruguayan peso or Argentinian peso, euro, and dollar. So like you can pay in pretty much any currency, any major currency, which is kind of nice. It's really expensive. So the toll road in Argentina was like 80 pesos, like $2, less than $2, I guess. And then here it's 400 and something. So you go, oh, okay. This is a much more expensive country. I guess fuel's about double, but we filled everything, auxiliary tank, jerry can, etc., even though we're not remote, just to save money on fuel. So hopefully we don't need to buy any while we're in Uruguay. But, all right, we're gonna get after it.
Alright, we stopped in a little town called Colonia just to check it out, see what it's like. It's pretty cool so far. I mean, we've only been here for maybe 15 minutes,
like,
but
super feels European.
yeah,
I mean,
it's very chill, very clean.
And, well, right now it's not that clear, but directly across, like not far, is Buenos Aires. So we're a tiny jump across from Buenos Aires in Uruguay, and
yeah, it's really pretty. Check it out. So this is what our wanderings are made up of, because what do we see out there?
FJ40.
Yeah. So we're gonna walk down the street.
Yeah. You gotta have some reason to decide where you walk, right? That's cool. Bendiente.
History that you looked up.
This town's been Portuguese originally, I think, and then Spanish, and then Portuguese, and then Spanish, and then Portuguese, and Spanish, and Portuguese, and then, but it's been its own country since 1828.
And then
Uruguay.
Brazil had it, right, last?
Brazil had it last, and then since 1828 it's been Uruguay.
Cool.
Uruguay. But it's amazing. So there's so much history in this little town from the mid 1600s. But it's wild. You feel like you're in like Monterey, California level of nice, but with much more history and much older. But it seems sort of like Europe, sort of like a nice area in California. It's cool.
My battery died on the big camera. Usually I have a second one with me. Today, no. And the battery's gonna die soon on the GoPro. having a nice little beer with a view in the shade. Not bad.
"12 seconds later."
I think we have to go there. Even though it technically might not fit. So we make it work? What do you think?
Sad that it's one of the last for this trip.
Yeah.
Later that same evening.
Well, I'd say it was a successful first day getting to explore around Uruguay. Really enjoyed the little bit of city, and we found a pretty good camp spot. It's kind of hot and buggy, but it's finally, the sun is setting and it's cooling down, and it's quite nice. So, I think that's it for today. We had a quick dinner of sandwiches, because it's hot. Nothing else sounded good. And yeah, read or watch a movie or something now and go to sleep. So, see you in the morning.
Eight hours later.
Good morning. We are headed into Montevideo this morning, and we have one last night, I think, of sleeping in Goose tonight, and we're going into town right now to meet the guy that is helping us sort out all the shipping, sort of our shipping agent, but not really a shipping agent. And then I guess we'll find out what we need to be doing over the next couple of days to get, if we need inspections and all that kind of stuff to get Goose ready to ship. And yeah, so could be a stressful next couple of days, but we'll see.
Yeah, from last shipping, we know you might just run all over town, like to different government offices and inspections and all kinds of bureaucratic stuff, so we don't really know how bad it is here.
Yeah.
There's not as many write-ups and descriptions. I think just because everyone has to cross from Panama to Colombia, but in South America, there's a ton of different ports you can ship out of,
Yeah.
to Europe, to the U.S., to Africa, wherever. So, yeah, and then we'll meet up with Lim and Kim, who
Yes.
are the folks we're sharing a container with. We met them on the hike to Tori's still painting, right? Yeah. And they had the exact same ideas as us. You know, sort of the same time frame of like, what month do you want to ship? Okay, cool. I was kind of thinking maybe out of Montevideo. Yeah, us too. I was thinking about using that guy who's not an agent, but will charge you much less than an agent and help you with the whole process like you were an official agent. So, worked out.
Yeah. So we'll see what we find out today.
Kind of bummed though.
I know, it's kind of sad. Like, this is going to be the last night, and it's not. I'm doubting we're going to be in a nice camping area.
Yeah, and it's not like we're going home to like go back into an office and live in a house. We're going back to Goose, but it's going to be a full calendar month without him.
Yeah.
Maybe even like 35 days.
Yeah.
When you factor in.
We'd have no idea where we're going to stay when we're in the States, because obviously we don't have Goose to live in, and
Airbnbs in Austin, Texas,
expensive,
or Houston. Wow, really expensive. Obviously, of course it is compared to down here. But
it's also like the time of year, like South by Southwest is just happening. There's a bunch of events happening, which we couldn't really plan for that. So
you got to figure that out. It's definitely a little disconcerting when you don't have your rolling home with you. Like, we're turtles without our shell.
Yeah. So we'll see. What are you doing?
We're doing paperwork.
Getting ready to ship?
Yeah, second shipping. So we'll see. We're in Montevideo. We just rolled into town. We just parked the first parking garage we saw. So it's weird to go from not being in a big city for how long now?
A long time.
Two or 3 months or something.
Yeah.
Since Buenos Aires. And he's helping us get all the paperwork done. Don't want any mistakes.
Yeah. All right, we got to get one thing before we finish our paperwork.
And just like that, we go from camping on the beach to into the biggest city we've been in months. We're in Montevideo, Uruguay, and it's time for bureaucracy. So we're looking to go get ourselves one of these.
Our first errand, I think, of many.
I think of many, yes. But we're going to go to immigration and get some sort of document that allows me to leave the country as the driver of a vehicle. So, we'll see how it goes.
Well, after leaving the city, we found a place to camp and got to work prepping Goose to be shipped. I'm not sure what happened to this footage, but I can't find it anywhere, so this is the only photo I have. It wasn't very exciting. We pretty much just sorted through Goose, emptied the jerry can, as you can see, ate, and went to bed. So you didn't miss much. But that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Join us next time as we continue the process of shipping Goose and saying goodbye to South America. We'll see you then.
Cannons, and Freebird. That's what life's about.
What more do you want?
What more could you want?
It's more noise.
I think it's nuts.
It's huge. How do I get out of here? Now that we figured how to get out of the building.
We're smart people.
First one.
It's going to be really hot.
Wow. That's amazing.